We're recording now. Um, our first goal is to evaluate multiple perspectives on global issues to develop a point of view. Let's break this down one more time. What does it mean to evaluate multiple perspectives?
To look at other people's thinks of about stuff.
Okay. Other people's opinions. Good. Oops. On global issues. What are global issues? Go ahead, Sienna.
Problems around the world.
Oh, sure. Yeah, Sienna, did you have anything else to say? No? Okay. To develop a point of view. What does it mean if you're developing a point of view? Okay, Sienna, go ahead.
You're deciding what you think about it.
You're deciding what you think about it. Good. About the issue. Perfect. All right. So that should make it a little easier for you to understand. You're looking at other people's.
Hey, what are you doing? You can't come talking. I'm Miss Francis. I'm doing virtual classroom.
Okay, let's go ahead and be quiet in the background. Thank you. So we're going to look at other people's opinions on worldwide problems to decide what you think about a certain issue. Our second goal is to reason abstractly and quantitatively to analyze data and generate solutions. Phew, that's a mouthful, so let's make it easier. What does it mean to reason abstractly?
To reason peacefully.
Well, this word abstract, that's kind of a hard word. That means it's not set in stone, it's not black or white.
To reason originally, like your own idea.
Okay? And quantitatively, that word quantitatively kind of looks like the word quantity. So what do you think that word means?
Valuable?
Well, think numbers, quantity.
Mm,
So to read,
like how
Alive?
much something can hold.
okay. So let's back up. So to reason abstractly, that's using your own thinking about an unclear issue. Using quantitatively, maybe using numbers. What do you think?
Mm,
Let's say
More than
using
one?
numbers and data, because when quantitatively and data kind of go hand in hand, it's analyzing numbers is really what this kind of confusing phrase says. So just analyzing numbers and data to generate solutions. So we all know what generate solutions means, to solve problems. Oops. Okay, so let's back up. Now, depending on your grade level and kind of what you are better at doing in life, like if you're better at language arts or if you're better at math, one of these two goals should seem easier to you, should seem maybe more like it speaks to you and it's something that you feel like you would be able to contribute more. So let's reread them in our kid language. The first goal is to look at other people's opinions on worldwide problems and decide what you think about the issue. The second goal is to reason using your own thinking about an unclear issue. Let's see, looking at numbers and data to solve problems. So I want you to type into the chat which world-class outcome you think you're going to contribute to your group the most. So you could just put one or two. Good. And when I'm looking at what you're saying, a lot of these I would have guessed. I would have guessed that. Okay,
This is
so
Brun.
yes.
Um, Roku's just doing something, so you might hear a beeping for like a few seconds.
Okay, well, you can always mute yourself if there's going to be some background noise, and then unmute yourself when you're ready.
And done.
All right. Okay, Micah, is that you that just joined us? Okay, hi, Micah. All right, guys,
Hello.
let's move on. We're not going to spend too much time on our world-class outcomes, but guess what? On Monday, it's going to go that much faster because on Monday, we're going to put this in our own language one more time, and it just becomes faster and faster. Okay. So on Monday, we're going to look at the same little video that I'm going to just show you part of today, and we're going to identify facts and opinions. Facts and opinions, actually, we might watch the whole thing. It's short. Facts and opinions seem like they're really easy, but they're actually not. They can be kind of confusing. A lot of times, opinions are written to look like facts. So we need to be able to tell the difference between them. And there's something called an informed opinion that is supported by facts, but it's still an opinion. So we're going to look at those. And then we're going to do an activity today that we won't do on Monday. And then we'll just keep on moving down the line. So let's start with this video. And I know it'll be somewhat repetitive. You'll see it again on Monday, but guess what? You're going to be that much quicker. Oh, I hate this. It logs me out after like 2 minutes. And you would be surprised how much you forget over a weekend. It's absolutely amazing.
No joke.
So any second now it's going to load and I will be able to log us in. I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody just for the video because it makes it more, it just makes it easier for everyone to hear if there's no other noise going on. Our school's password is working again, by the way. EDCSD. We got that renewed. Yay. Okay, here we go. So this is what I'm going to do. On Monday, I'm going to stop the video along the way. Today, I'm just going to let it play. And you'll see what I mean. Oh, come on, make it full
Hi
screen.
there, and welcome to the special Hollywood Awards edition of Inside Access. Last night's ceremony was the shortest ever, clocking in at just over 7 hours.
Why is it white?
Come on, Moby, we don't have time for a letter now.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Wouldn't people rather hear about red carpet do's and don'ts? All right. Dear Tim and Moby, my dad says you can't trust everything you see on the news because they mix facts and opinions together. What does that mean? Sincerely, Lily. Thanks for writing in, Lily. A fact is a statement that can be proven true or false. For example, birds have wings is a fact. We can prove that birds are defined in part by their wings. Humans have wings is also a statement of fact, but we can prove that it's false. An opinion is a statement that can't be proven true or false. It's based on the speaker's beliefs. Canaries make better pets than ostriches is an opinion. You can't prove that canaries make better pets than ostriches. Some people might really like ostriches. They'd say that canaries make boring pets, while ostriches are exciting. Neither opinion is right, since opinions are based on things like feelings and judgments. Well, opinions can be backed up by facts. If I were arguing for canaries, I could point out that they're small and they don't eat a lot. Plus, they make less noise than many other birds. These are all facts. They can be proven true with a little research. Our pro-canary stance is now backed up by evidence. It's still an opinion, but it's an informed one.
Okay, so this is the only time I'll pause the video today. So when you have an opinion, but it's backed up using facts. So for instance, Tim knows a little bit about canaries. He knows how much they eat. He knows their general size. So he knows about the subject, but it's still an opinion. even though he's using facts to form that opinion.
Now, can I get back to hosting Inside Access? If I don't, our viewers are never going to know who's hot and who's not. Okay, tell you what, I'm going to give the awards wrap up. Every time I state a fact, flash the word fact at the bottom of the screen. Every time I voice an opinion, flash the word opinion, okay?
Okay, let's get good at this. You guys can try to keep up and try to type an F or an O into the chat.
Well, folks, the annual Hollywood Awards aired live last night. This year's ceremony was the most glamorous, exciting night ever. Kate Bliss won Top Actress for her stunning turn as a sea captain coping with dandruff. She clearly gave the best performance and deserved to win.
Good job.
Oh, come on, Moby. Words like best, worst, always, and never should be big red flags that you're hearing an opinion. I said Kate Bliss gave the best performance and deserved to win the award. Those statements can't be proven true or false. On the other hand, nobody can argue that the ceremony took place last night. Get it? Oh, I see what you mean. I said Kate Bliss won an award for her stunning performance. It's a fact that she won the award, but whether or not her performance was stunning is an opinion. That's an example of bias, slanting the facts to reflect an opinion.
Okay, so there's another example of when it is a fact that she won the Best Actress award, but not that adjective, that describing word, stunning, makes it more of an opinion.
It's something you have to watch out for in all forms of media, not just the Hollywood news. Well, imagine you had to write an article about your school's new dress code. If you opposed the policy, you might say that it attacks blue jeans and violates students' right to wear what they choose. You could also include interviews with kids who disagree with the policy. But if you supported it, you might say the policy encourages students to dress neatly and creates an orderly environment. You might leave out those interviews with angry kids and add a chat with the school principal. Both articles would be factual, but still reflect the writer's opinion. Well, it's not always done on purpose. In fact, it's sometimes unavoidable. A textbook can show bias simply by focusing on some topics and not others. Even a scientific study can subtly reflect the author's opinions. Okay, now back to the awards. Oh, come on. We never got to discuss Best Picture. Who's wearing...
Okay. All right, guys. So this is exactly what you're going to be doing in your persuasive products. You're going to be using both facts and opinions to support whichever side you are going to support. Pro space exploration or against space exploration. So really, they both add value to the piece. Both of them are good to use. You just need to make sure that you know that if you're giving all opinions, it's not going to be as, I don't know, I guess not as strong. Let's put it that way. But on the other hand, if you give nothing but facts, then it's going to be kind of dry and boring, okay? So you need to make sure that you can balance the two when you're doing your final product. All right, let's play a short little activity that we won't do on Monday, so we'll do this. Yeah, you're right, Clara. It's all persuasive. It's all persuasive type of products. Oh, I forgot. I don't need to bring this up here. Let me pull up my better version because it's much, much bigger than the one you're looking at. And your microphones are back on because you can reply any way you want here in a second.
Hi.
Hi.
Stop it.
Sorry, I'm giving it a second to, it's just taking a while to pull up. But you can see it bouncing down here. It's trying to load. So what was that new type of opinion that we just learned about today?
Informed.
That's right. It's called an informed opinion. And what makes it an informed opinion?
Because it's backed up by Facts.
Yeah, it's backed up by facts, but the bottom line is it's still an opinion. Okay. All right. This thing is.
Miss Bruns,
Yeah.
I've got my charts, my graphs, everything here.
Oh,
Really,
that's
Mars is
awesome. I'm
Mrs.
just.
Bruns, are we going to show our school and NASA budget thing?
Say that again, Tyler.
Are we gonna show our opinions about the NASA and school budgets?
Oh, yes, we are. I'm gonna be finally it pulled up. Goodness, that took forever to load. Jeez. Yes, that's what we're gonna be looking at next. Okay.
Okay, good.
All right, so let's just take a quick peek at this. I'm actually still spinning. You can't tell, but I am. All right, so we're gonna categorize the following statements, writing an F if they're a fact or an O if they're an opinion. So remember, we learned about a new type of opinion. Okay, let me read the first one to you, and you'll just type an F or an O into the chat. The first Hunger Games book is more interesting than the other two.
That's a true statement.
It might be true, but it's still an opinion. Good job, guys. Trick-or-treating is a popular activity on Halloween.
Fact.
I believe that's a fact. And we can prove it because I don't think there has been any data collected on it, but we could collect data on how many kids go out trick-or-treating in America every Halloween. And it's quite a few. Eli Manning has the best arm in the National Football League.
Opinion.
That's easy. Most pioneers on the Oregon Trail reached the West safely.
Fact.
That is a fact. We can look that up. We can kind of get some data on how many people traveled west, and we can figure out that most of them did reach the West safely. According to recent polls, Americans say Thomas Jefferson was the most influential founding father. Ooh, this one's tough.
Opinion.
It actually is a fact, and here's why. They did an actual survey on it. So they actually did collect data. Okay. All right. And so that's as far as we'll go on that particular practice. So on Monday, you guys are going to be little wizards at that game. I'll kind of stop you along the way during the movie, and we'll identify facts and opinions. But let's look at the collaborative task library that you guys have all contributed to. It's really kind of cool. All of these articles or pictures, not really the pictures, I guess, but all of these articles or documents that you're going to be looking at, all are full of facts and opinions. When you're writing your final product, you're going to be using this stuff in there. So you're going to be pulling out whatever you like and whatever you want to use. But you just need to make sure that you know the difference between what's a fact and what's an opinion. So let's just look at what we're going to be doing on Monday. Okay, so all of you well, not all of you, most of you have contributed by uploading your document into the Dropbox. And so most of you support space exploration. And I was the only one that came up with data against space exploration, but you need to realize that it is there and that other people believe this way, that we should not spend money on space exploration. So you need to know that it's there. Okay, and I just got a message from Tyler saying that he can't find the Dropbox. Let me show you. And here's a good lesson too. Every Friday, Mrs. Bruns updates the announcements in your homeroom page. And guess where the Dropbox is located? Anybody want to guess?
Page.
Yeah,
On
it's
the homepage?
yep, it's located on your homeroom page. So here's Tyler's homeroom page. Underneath the announcements. And sorry, my computer seems to be running really slow today. Okay, so updated announcements. Everybody should be reading those. And here's your Dropbox, Tyler. Okay. Do you see it, Tyler?
I can't see it because it's lagging.
Okay. Well,
I see it.
okay, it should be up there now. So that's where you're going to upload your material that you have gone out and you want to contribute. Now, this is a new way of thinking, guys. This is why I am kind of giving you a little bit more background knowledge today. The more that we start working and thinking this way, the easier this kind of stuff is going to become for you. But really, think of this as like a resource bank. I could just name it that. Here's your resource bank that you're going to be using in your final products. Okay? On Monday, we'll take a look at this little document together and we'll look for more facts and opinions. I'll just kind of show you what it looks like. Oh, I have to log in. Never mind, I won't. We can look at this one. Okay, so this one should look familiar because we've actually gone through this one together before. We've highlighted it, facts in orange, and we've highlighted opinions in blue, and we've gone through the whole thing. So this one should look familiar. On Monday, like I said, though, we'll take a look at some of these other ones that you might not have seen yet unless you've been taking a look at this. Let me see if I've shared it with you yet. I haven't, so I'm going to share it with you all right now. If you want to just start kind of nosing through it, you are more than welcome to. It's going to show up in your email very soon. Okay, so everybody can just be witness that I just shared it with you, and yes, you do have it. All right. Are there any questions so far on what this document is that we're looking at?
No.
Okay, who can tell me the
Friends?
purpose of it? What are we going to use it for?
Well,
Yeah, go
purpose
ahead.
is space exploration, right?
Well, yeah, but what are we going to use all of these different documents for?
For the better space exploration.
Well, we're gonna use it so that we have evidence in our products, okay, that we create as a group. Take a look. I have created one Google document for your entire group that you're going to be working with. Actually, we're not going to present yet. We're going to show. Okay. So take a look at our performance task, and don't worry about the name of things, guys. Just look at what product you're going to be working on. You need to know your audience for the product that you're going to be creating. Who are you trying to convince to continue space exploration? It's your community members, people who are voting one way or the other. That's who you're trying to convince. The letter to the editor. So if you are writing a letter to the editor, you're going to be in this group, and there's probably going to be a couple more kids once everybody chooses. And I'll show you that in a minute. If you are writing a speech, you're going to be in this group. And like I said, there's probably going to be a couple more kids in this group as well. And then if you're writing a play, this is going to be your document. So I've already created the one document for you that you're going to be working on. Anybody want to see them? Yeah, go ahead, Lucas.
Yes, please.
Yes?
Lucas, I was gonna ask you a question.
Okay, Lucas, go ahead.
The write a play, when is that due?
We are going to meet again on November 25th, which is a Monday in the virtual classroom. So we're going to meet next Monday, which is the 18th at 9:30, and then the following Monday, which is the 25th at 9:30. And we're going to just see how far you guys have gotten. So what we're going to do on that day is we're going to show what we have so far. I'm going to give you feedback. Your group is going to give you feedback. And then after this date, I will set a final due date because I'll be able to see how much you have done. Does that make sense, Lucas?
Yeah, and are we each making our own play?
Nope, you're working as a group. So what's kind of cool about this is you don't have to write the whole thing. You can, for instance, the letter to the editor, you're probably going to just be responsible for maybe one paragraph. Or if you're writing a speech, probably, like I said, one paragraph. If you're writing a play, you're going to write the dialogue for your character. Okay?
Okay.
So
How do you get it to all the students? Because I don't know all the student emails.
Absolutely. I am going to share them with you. So maybe I could just do that right now.
Okay.
Well, or at least after the virtual classroom. So if you are working on the letter, you're going to get this showing up in your email. And it gives you directions, which we're going to look at a little bit more on Monday. And then you can see right here, it says start letter below. So you'll start typing here. And all of you in the group will have access to this one document, and you'll all be able to type on it. Does that make sense?
Oh,
Okay,
Miss Bruns?
so none of you have to do any of that work of creating it and sharing it with your group members. I've already done that for you, so don't worry. And then writing a speech, this is what you'll get. And it gives you examples, and it gives you little reminders of what you need to help you. Okay? And then one last thing that I want to just quickly look at, because we're going to do a lot more of this on Monday. Okay, so I don't want to, ruin it for you or whatever. Just know that we're going to go over this in more detail on Monday. I want to back up though and show you how you're going to be graded. Anybody interested on how you're going to be graded?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to look at it again on Monday too, so don't worry.
Miss Bruns?
Yes.
Are we going to share the graph? That?
Oh, do you mean the collaborative library that you've contributed to?
Yeah, like the graph on space exploration and that.
Okay, I can go back to that and spend a little bit more time clicking through all of those things with you. Let me go over the rubric, and then I'll go back to that and show you what other students have contributed. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
have you emailed us those things for write a play?
I haven't emailed you these things yet. These grouped yet. I have not done that yet because I didn't want you to freak out before you knew what I was talking about. Okay?
Okay.
But I will share these with you, and then you'll all have the same document to work on, and it'll make it a lot easier. Okay, let's go to that rubric. Obviously, you're writing a persuasive type of product. So persuasive, you are persuading people to believe what you believe. You are using facts and opinions to do so because both are valuable. Like I said, though, you're not using all facts because that would be boring, but you're not using all opinions either because that's not very strong. I'm going to be grading you on organization, and that's pretty common, guys. I mean, can you organize your letter, for instance? The reasons that you give. Anybody want to guess where you're going to get reasons?
Partners?
Where are you going to pull those reasons from? You're going to pull them from all of these documents. This is where you're going to get all of your reasons to support whatever it is that you're fighting for, okay? In this case, I think all of you are pro space exploration. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me ask it one more time. Where are you going to get your reasons to support whatever it is you're saying?
And all those documents right there.
That's right. You're going to lift out whatever you want to use, and I'll show you a couple of them. You're going to lift out whatever phrases you want to use directly from these articles. Okay. Spelling and grammar, obviously. I mean, it's really easy, guys, using Google Docs because look, let me just show you a Google Doc. If I start typing onto it and I'm misspelling, look what it does. It underlines it in red. So right away, you should know that it's misspelled. Okay. All right. So there's,
Yeah, I know how to do that spelling check.
yeah, it makes it really easy. And then you guys can help each other figure out if it sounds right. That's more of that grammar piece. Okay. So you just have to reread it and make sure it sounds good. Okay. So I'm just going to mute a couple people, take a guess at maybe where the background noise is. World-class outcomes. That's what we started today with. All of you typed into the chat which world-class outcome you feel like you're going to contribute to your group the most. So let's just read what you want to get. This is the highest score right here. Both world-class outcomes are clear in your product. Multiple views on the issue are acknowledged, but the group's view is clear to the audience. Data is used to support the view. Okay. All right. Let's see. Micah has a question. I'm going to unmute him. Go ahead, Micah.
Lucas has a question.
Okay, Lucas, go ahead.
What characters? How are we gonna make our characters for ourselves when we make this play?
You're going to have your own character. So each one of the kiddos who are working on the play are going to have a part in the play. Oops, I went to the wrong document. So all of you who are working on this play have to be included somehow, some way with either being a narrator or having a speaking dialogue part. Okay?
Oh, yes, the IDs on what you email us.
Yes, and I'm gonna be emailing you some ideas. That's this thing right here. Okay. So don't worry. You're all going to be working on it together. And I realize that number 3 is probably the hardest one, honestly, because it's really the most creative one. But that's okay. And last but not least, you are going to be graded on your individual effort. How much do you contribute to the group? So this is your individual category. So if you slack off and don't help at all, well, you're going to get a lower score. So this can be completely different for every team member on the same team. So hopefully all of you, though, will work hard and you'll all get a 4 in that. Okay, are there any questions on our rubric?
Miss Bruns?
Yes, go ahead.
I was wondering what the play was about.
The play is something you are creating. The play is the play that you are creating to convince people that space exploration is a good thing. Okay.
Miss Bruns,
Yes.
can I show my graph and everything else I got?
Yes. Did you email it to me, or is it already on this document? Did I already put it up here?
Well, I've got it right here. So
Okay, go ahead. All right.
So
Well,
first I'll start off with fact and opinion.
okay.
So I've got, the space exploration pros or con.
Yeah.
Now, people have always explored new places. The earliest people traveled from Africa to places like Asia and Europe. Later explorers crossed the Atlantic Ocean to America, which is a fact. In order to explore deep space, we will have to invent even newer technologies, which is fact, correct?
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. If scientists found a large asteroid that was going to hit Earth, people would need to change its path. Now, I believe that would be opinion.
That's right. That would be an opinion because people need to change their path. You can't really prove that. Definitely.
Right. I mean, there's already no way to change a meteor's path.
No.
Okay. Anywho, apart from the expensive money, a travel to space also risks the human life.
It does. Okay.
And also, I got this. It's disaster in the air. Well, on January 28th, 1986, thousands of onlookers, including family and friends of a crew, watched the shuttle blow apart in 9 miles, 14.5 kilometers in the sky, and millions more saw the scene on their television screens as it was replayed throughout the next several days and weeks.
Do you want to hear something crazy, Adam? I was in kindergarten when that happened, and I watched it on TV as it happened, so I saw it live.
Say what?
I know. I was actually alive in 1986. Let me show you. I'm playing it right now.
I can't see.
I know. Okay, there it goes. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We have main engine 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Liftoff of the 25th Space Shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
Control program confirmed. Challenger now heading downrange. Engines beginning throttling down now at 94%. Normal throttles for most of the flight, 104%. We'll throttle down to 65% shortly. Engines at 65%. 3 engines running normally. 3 good fuel cells. 3 good APUs. Velocity 2,257 feet per second. Altitude 4.3 nautical miles. Downrange distance 3 nautical miles.
So the 25th Space Shuttle mission is now on the way after more delays than NASA cares to count. This morning, it looked as though they were not going to be able to get off.
1 minute 15 seconds. Velocity 2,900 feet per second. Altitude 9 nautical miles. Downrange distance 7 nautical miles.
Uh-oh.
Looks like a couple of the solid rocket boosters blew away from the side of the shuttle in an explosion.
Flight controllers here looking very carefully at the situation. Obviously a major malfunction.
That one wasn't the best video I've seen of it. Huh. All right, let's go back from not full screen. Okay. Yeah, let's see. You guys want to watch this one? Sorry. I know. You guys got me sidetracked here, but why not? You could just think of poor little Mrs. Bruns as a kindergartner watching this video live. Or I guess I was watching it on TV. Oops.
In the 1980s, the space shuttle is the new, exciting chapter in space travel. Then Challenger explodes. This is the story of that flight, the human story behind a technological disaster.
Yeah, that's what
Krista
people
McCall,
dressed like in the
a
80s.
teacher, will be the first ordinary citizen in space. Roger Beaujolais, an engineer, knows Challenger has a problem and tries to stop the launch.
You listen to me now.
And Richard Feynman, an eccentric genius, is part of the commission that investigates the Challenger disaster. Challenger puts the entire space program itself on trial and casts a long shadow over one of man's greatest dreams, the conquest of space. Kennedy Space Center. Space Shuttle Challenger prepares to launch into a cold winter sky.
Minus 10, go 9, 8, 7, 6. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Liftoff from the 25th Space Shuttle mission, and it is cleared to tower.
It's throttling up. 3 engines now at 104%.
Down here, go and throttle up. Go and throttle up.
15 seconds. Velocity 4,900 feet per second. Flight controllers here looking very carefully at the situation. Obviously a major malfunction.
President Reagan cancels his State of the Union address to speak to a shocked world.
The crew of the Space Shuttle Challenger honored us for the manner in which they lived their lives. We will never forget them, nor the last time we saw them, this morning, as they prepared for their journey and waved goodbye, and slipped the surly bonds of Earth.
There's the teacher
to touch
right
the
there.
face of God.
The loss of Challenger leaves the country in mourning. 7 astronauts are dead. Among them, a woman who has deeply touched the heart of the nation, Krista McAuliffe, a high school teacher and winner of NASA's Teacher in Space contest. This morning, she was to become the first ordinary citizen to travel into space. Her dream now lies shattered on the ocean floor.
Okay, depressing.
The shuttle is the most complex machine ever built. It has over 2 million separate components. It is now essential to find out exactly which of its thousands of systems catastrophically failed. Within days, President Reagan sets up an inquiry, named the Rogers Commission after its chairman, William Rogers.
Okay, guys, well, we saw the good stuff. Would you say that watching a video like that is pro space exploration or against?
I'd say against.
Yeah, I think
something
so.
like that.
Yeah,
I would say against.
absolutely. I think that's one reason that maybe some people are against space exploration. There have been some pretty bad disasters. I can spell
And
it.
also, Miss Bruns,
Yeah.
I got my graphs here.
Okay, go ahead and hold them up.
But I tried printing one and it printed out of them.
Oh.
But here they are anyway.
Oh yeah. Wow, that's a lot of different graphs. Can you tell us like what we're looking at?
Well, what we're looking at is like a graph of space shuttles exploration.
Oh, okay. So which ones have taken off and like okay.
Yeah,
Great.
that's basically.
Great. All right. Emma, I know you had something that you would like to share with us. So go ahead and tell us about which document you contributed to in this resource bank. Emma, are you there? I think this one is what Emma actually submitted. So let's take a look at what Emma submitted. Okay, it's pulling up her pictures too. Okay, so she was for space exploration, and here are some reasons that you could use in your final product if you liked these reasons. Is that it helps create new technology, things like memory foam, hearing aids. Here's another really cool one that you might not have even known. It's heart. I don't think it's transplants, but like heart pacemaker type things. Heart like pacemakers. Yeah, there we go. So those are things that help people who have heart problems. She also showed us that it helped create jobs. Studying the earth has some real advantages. And then here are some more examples of things that have come from being able to explore space, some new technologies. So Emma, do you have anything else you'd like to contribute? No, you're not. Okay, I can't really see your picture very well, so thumbs up. Are you good, Emma? This was what you submitted. Okay. Yep. So all of you have hopefully by now contributed to this resource bank. All of these different articles, and I could just click on a couple more, or pictures even, or let's look at the data, can help you when you're looking for reasons. Okay, so you can look at all of these. All right, so let's go back. Let's go back to our agenda. We're going to look more at that collaborative task library. I should just call it resource bank. We're going to look more at that again on Monday, and if you have not contributed to it, please do so, because I will add your stuff on there. All of these different products that different people are going to be working on, as soon as we're done here today, I'm going to share these with you, okay? The reason I haven't done so yet is because, well, for two reasons. I didn't want you to freak out when you didn't know what this was yet. And not everybody has chosen what they want to work on. So I don't have everybody in a group yet, okay? All right, but I will send these to you sometime before Monday. But are there any questions on what we've done today? We covered a lot. Yeah. All right. Any question on world-class outcomes and putting them in our own words? No? Okay, so let me just remind everybody about the use of your cameras. And so, Micah, I'm speaking to you right now, and Lucas. If you have your cameras on, which it's fine if you do, it's basically because you want to raise your hand to answer questions. But it's definitely not to mess around, okay? Because I think your principal would be very upset with you if she saw you goofing around on your screen on Monday. But, all right, guys, are there any other questions on anything else?
No, I think we're good.
Okay, great. Well, then I will let you go so that you can all have a happy Friday.
Wait, Mrs. Bruns.
Yes.
About my NASA budget and stuff, so am I just going to send that to you? Because I thought we were going to show it to each other on the VC.
Say that again, Tyler, you cut out.
The NASA and school budgets about which side to choose. I thought we were going to show that to each other, or am I just sending it to you?
Oh, that's what you're uploading into that Dropbox that I was showing you earlier.
Okay. I
Yeah.
thought we were going to show it to each other on the VC.
Well, that's kind of what we'll do more of on Monday. We'll look at this a little bit more. So if you upload it into that Dropbox, Tyler, I'll get it onto this so that everybody can have access to it. Okay?
I'll do that right now.
Okay, perfect. Great. All right. Well, if there are no other questions, I will send these to the people who have chosen what they want to work on. So you can start looking at it and have any questions ready for me on Monday as you're looking at it. Okay?
Bye.
All right.
I'll see you later.
Bye, Mrs. Bruns.
Bye. Happy Friday.
Bye.
Bye. Happy Friday.
Bye.
Teacher.
Bye, everybody.
One more thing, Mrs. Bruns, I also tell you, but
Go ahead, Tyler.
we haven't been submitting too much work today for the last few days just because we've been celebrating the rest of my birthday.
Oh,
because
okay.
my birthday day we didn't get to do much because of what happened and stuff.
Yeah, no, I understand. Birthdays are important, and Tyler, you're doing really well in school. So I think if you wanted to not stress out about that, you'll be just fine.
All right, because my mom's like so worried. My mom is worried about it. So
Well, thank you for telling me, and so now I won't be worried about it.
yeah, bye.
All right, see you later. And Tim, don't forget to fill these two things out. These are for you, buddy.
Okay.
All right. Okay, bye.
Okay. Things frozen.